Welcome back to Our Senate Culture. I am Matt.
Jason.
Jacob.
And we are going to play a little game called Guess That Beer. Well, actually, I'm going to play it, and I guess nobody else is fucking playing. All right, so is the mic in front of me? I can't.
It's close.
Okay. I don't know what's happening.
Open your mouth a little wider. Lean forward. Lean forward.
If you're watching our YouTube channel at it's youtube.com/Our Senate Culture, I am blindfolded right now. I can't see shit. I'm not earfolded, so I can hear these motherfuckers making fun of me. But I honestly don't know what's happening. So we apparently, I guess you're going to pour a beverage for me, and I'm supposed to guess what it is. Is that what it is?
We might. We have procured a beer of some type.
Okay.
And now what I'm trying to do is open the damn thing. It does have wax. So we're going to give you some hints along the way. So
I could
first
help you with that if I could see it.
No. We got this. So it does have wax.
Okay.
What kind of beer you think it is, judging by that?
It's got to be super rare if it's got wax, because only the rarest beer have wax.
This is true. This is true.
So we have our good buddy Jacob with us. Jacob, how are you doing, friend?
I'm all right, guys. How are y'all doing?
I can't see you, but I bet you look glorious.
Sweating, you know.
That's one of the staples when you come on the show. You got to glisten. So Jacob has been a good friend of ours for a long time. He's been on the set many times. He's not been in behind the mic, so we want to have him on because he has experience in multiple industries. Yes, the drinking industry.
Mainly drinking.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your background, about yourself, Jacob.
So I've done a lot of home brewing, a lot of sensory analysis at voluntarily for a lab locally.
Yeah.
And then, about 4.5 years ago, I jumped into the bourbon industry and became a distiller. Do a lot of tasting there as well.
That sounds like a dream.
I've done a lot of tasting.
I drink people. I drink things and know shit. I guess. Drink people. Yeah.
I drink people and know things.
I feel like I'm in that industry too. I've done sensory panels and drinking, I think.
Yeah.
But,
So Jacob, though, he's got many years experience in the beer industry, and he is currently a distiller, and we are happy to have his knowledge on here. And I feel like Storm Shadow right now.
We're gonna jump him
Snake
at
Eyes
any second, right?
We're gonna get it.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
ready
get
to I'm ready to
whoop his
block
ass.
your punches.
Get ready, fellas. Get ready.
Yeah. Okay. So Jacob, thanks for coming, buddy.
Yo,
Well,
thanks for
right
having
now
me.
we're struggling our ass off trying to open this beer.
Are you still trying to get the fucking wax
so
off
sit
this
tight.
thing?
We're just
This
gonna
thing
take a
is gonna
pause.
open.
God damn it, that's fucking hard to open. Yeah, you're gonna cut the fuck out of yourself.
I did.
Do you have a ball opener?
Do I need to lean
Like
back? Is
No,
an
no,
errant,
no.
We got it.
We got it.
an errant blade isn't going to be flying? Am I really going to be blind?
Probably. All right, now let me open it.
Okay. So
He got a star for me. I'm good. I'm good now.
okay. So here's what I know so far, because the content of this episode is already super compelling. It's a beer.
It's between a 12 ounce and a 300 ounce beer, somewhere in the middle.
Okay, so it's a smaller format beer.
Well, between 12 and 300 ounces.
It's
Could be.
waxed. I am going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be something higher gravity, probably a stoutish kind of beer.
Ah, carb.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
The
a
fact
great
that you were
Pilsner.
surprised about carb sounds like it's going to be a higher gravity.
So it is a stout, Matt.
Okay.
It is a stout.
But noting the off bottle format, I'm trying to think. I mean,
400 milliliters.
is it literally 400 milliliters?
400
Maybe.
milliliters.
So it's not
Who does
something you
that?
can buy in Kentucky.
Oh, well, that doesn't really narrow it down.
Go and smell it. It's in front of you. Reach.
Just hand it to
slowly.
him.
Just
Let him knock it over.
I'm not,
That's
is this
yours.
it? Is this it
that's
right
it.
here? Okay.
That's you, big guy.
Okay. So hold on. So I'm gonna take a little sniffer. Is there shit in front of my nose?
Probably.
Okay.
A little snifferoo. Smell like regret.
Smells sweet. Maple syrup, maybe.
Sweet maple syrup. Is it maple syrup? And we just messing with you?
I would be okay with that if you just poured maple syrup in a
It
glass.
does smell a little bit like breakfast.
It does smell like breakfast.
Yeah.
It's not from Kentucky.
So it's not a Kentucky breakfast stout.
What else? What does it kind of smell like, Matt? Is it a stout? Can you confirm that?
Tastes just like heat, like
The Don't say it yet. I know what you're getting ready to say. Don't say it yet. That's going to be my line. What do you think, Matt? What do you think?
What are you gonna say?
That's going to be my line.
I know where it's going. Damn it!
I'm trying to be psychological here.
So it's a beer that's rated on Untapped. It is rated.
Okay. It's not KBBS, is it?
What's that?
Kentucky brand breakfast stout.
Really?
Brand brunch stout.
Have you
damn.
had that beer before?
I have.
When did you have that?
He had like
beer,
100
Matt?
people.
I had like a quarter of an ounce out of like somebody's backwash at like a beer share. Like I don't remember.
So
it
you
at
don't
all.
remember it?
No, fuck no.
But this is what you would dream it tasted like?
So you think this is...
No, I remember at the time that it was unremarkable.
The backwash was unremarkable.
The backwash was
Yes.
probably better, honestly.
So that's one guess.
Yeah.
okay. So I get a number of guesses. Is that
Of
what it
course.
is? Okay.
I mean,
We'll
give
tell you when
3.
you're hot and cold.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, you're lukewarm.
it tastes like a breakfast stout. I'm getting a lot of maple syrup
But do you
in
get
there.
brunch? Do you get brunch in there?
Brunch might be pushing it a little bit late in the day. I'm not really sure.
It's supposed to be boozy if it's brunch because it's late in the day. You woke up late. You're trying to kill the hangover. You need something to drink.
Yeah.
Something high gravity, perhaps.
It's not super thick, but it's got a really nice body on it.
You want to turn it
it's
around?
not
That's what
boozy.
she said. That's what she said.
It's not boozy. I'm gonna guess
wanna-
around like 11% ish, or is it higher than that?
11%.
Is it higher
That's
than
that's
that?
a solid guess. That's a solid guess.
Are you not gonna fucking tell me
Well,
anything
no,
that I'm
we're not
guessing?
going to tell you anything at all. Actually, I don't know what the ABV is.
Oh, I love the direction this show is
So
going.
what
Okay.
adjuncts you picking up?
I'm definitely getting maple syrup.
Yeah, for sure. On the nose, right? Just even in the
Any
tasting.
specific type of maple syrup? Vermont or Canadian?
Fucking northern Saskatchewan. I don't goddamn
Yes.
know.
This is Michigan. This is definitely Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, Eastern. It's just like the top part of Eastern
So-
Michigan, though.
You guessed 11% is 12. I looked it
Okay,
up.
so I'm
12%. So this averages a 4.82 on Untapped. It has 575 ratings.
Okay.
It is a 12-ounce bottle. It has wax.
I don't get coffee. I don't get
No coffee.
I probably get vanilla in there.
Some vanilla. Niller.
Yeah,
Niller.
Nillers. I don't know. Maybe chocolate. The thing is with
Chocolate.
vanilla and chocolate, sometimes I feel like they kind of, when you got to mix with a bunch of adjuncts, they kind of get intermingled. So,
So is this a $1,000 beer?
$1,000 beer? Well, no, but you know me. I'm not gonna. And there's no beer that's $1,000 beer.
What about a $5,000 beer?
Fuck no.
Take your blindfold off, buddy. You got it on the first fucking try.
There you go.
Got it on the first guess. that was lackluster.
Yeah.
It was lackluster, but we like having the blindfold.
Founders?
Actually, we
Yeah.
should.
Was this Founders?
I do think we should go back to the blindfold. Though. It made it more fun for me.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
I like him
so
being out of the know.
let's reiterate the point of the show. I got this on the very fucking first
Well,
try.
I think you could see through the blindfold.
Oh, is that what you
yeah,
think?
it was
Can't
almost
remember what
wrapped.
the backwash tasted
cheater,
like.
cheater.
Yeah, we'll tie it to your eyes next time. My eyes are fucking
Whatever.
blurry, man.
So, Toppling Goliath. This is actually the highest rated beer on Untapped.
Yeah.
Has been, I apologize, Beer Advocate.
Right.
So it's the highest rated beer on Beer Advocate. Untapped, still pretty damn high, 4.82. The first year they did this was 2013. I do believe I looked up the one you had, Matt, and you had it in 2016.
Yeah.
It was a 2014 vintage,
Okay.
which was batch 2. You did not have batch 1.
Okay. Well, I didn't think I had batch one.
Yeah,
but
you think you did. You
no,
thought
I didn't.
you did. I think you thought you did.
I fucking had some like giant dude's backwash is what I had. I had
just pissed in the glass the next
I had
day?
batch one
Yeah.
of his spit. So
So this beer, I mean, I've been wanting to try it for a while. I've said on this show before I would never pay secondary for it, and I didn't. But I did get a little inebriated one night and said, you know
shit.
what's coming? The 7-ball.
shut up. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think it was $100 later. I was sitting with a KBBS in 3
Wow,
days.
so it was
Oh my God.
$100 entry.
It was a
and
multi.
1 in 10.
So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit
Can we
about
tell
that.
people about like the
Yeah, for sure.
the process there?
Yeah.
Because I don't think a lot of people realize
So
that.
secondary sites, secondary sales in beer and bourbon can be similar. So you got a few different options. They're usually Facebook groups that you have to know somebody that can get in. People have to vouch for you. So to give you credit, like, hey, I trust this guy. He's not going to tell the name
Yeah.
of this group. Number one rule, Fight Club, right? Don't talk about Fight Club. We can talk about it. We just can't say the name.
Yeah.
So if I send a screenshot and they can trace it back, you're banned. And your buddy that vouched for you is banned.
Yeah.
So bourbon's much more strict than beer, but don't worry, beer will come for you too. The other thing you worry about on secondary sites, if you are selling Side Project or probably Toppling Goliath, a lot of these beer, you know, hyped beer makers, if the brewery has people on there, if they see you selling it, you're blackballed.
Really?
Like literally, you're on the list.
That's
They
crazy.
won't sell shit to you. If you do an online lottery, like online selling, they won't buy it.
Yeah.
So on these sites, you got two different ways essentially to buy it. You can buy it outright for one cost, shipped to your house, or you can buy it and take a chance in what's called a razzle. Okay, so a razzle is just a rando. It's a drawing is the way you think of it. So the majority of these run off the Illinois Fireball site, pick 3. Right. So every night and every midday, there's 2 drawings a day. Mm-hmm. It's 0 through 9, the Fireball pick 3 number. Yeah. So you guess a number, and this one I think I won on 7. I said, I want 7. 7's coming in tonight. I feel it.
And how many, in this particular razzle, how many entries were there?
So there's 9.
Well,
10.
only 10.
0 through 9.
10. Oh, okay.
0 through 9.
You get a 1 in 10 chance.
Had a 10%
so you said
$100 a pop.
You bought.
I didn't say it was a good idea.
It's $1,000 bottle.
Yeah. So
well, no. There was more bottles. Now this used to be $1,000 bottle. Now it's probably 300. I mean, it's came down quite a bit.
Right,
this is like the 6th or 7th version of this one. Yeah. So
you bought one entry for $100. Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say you bought like 10 entries for $10 each. Okay.
But there was a lot of other balls I wanted in there.
Right.
I just happened to get this one, which I'm not mad about. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to try it.
Right.
For $100. I mean, the cost is probably $90 on this damn thing.
Right. Yeah.
So $10 more, get shipped to my house, fine. Yeah. But I definitely could have lost.
Yeah.
So on this one, retail, let's call it $90. Would you pay $90 and take your happy ass to Decorah, Iowa in the middle of winter to get this beer, Jacob? That's a no.
You should ask Matt first.
That's a no.
I'm going to revisit. I'm going to revisit it.
Well, Matt has taken his happy ass to Decorah, Iowa.
All right, hold on.
For our buddy Kyler. We went there with him.
So the story is our friend, we may have told this story before, but our friend was getting married. And they did a online lottery for this. And if you win, you get this bottle of KBBS, Kentucky Brand Brunch Stout, and 2 bottles of Assassin, which is their barrel-aged stout. And the Assassin bottles are taller formats, but the whole package, how much was it? $200, $300?
I think it's $200 for maybe 1 or 2 Assassins and
then the KBBS.
Maybe a glass. Maybe.
Yeah. And Kyler, our buddy Kyler, won. And we're like, fuck it, let's go to Iowa. The 3 of us got in a car. We drove up there. I was wearing a T-shirt under a coat. I didn't realize how cold Iowa is. Yes. Did you know that Iowa is cold? Did you know that, Jacob?
Anything north of Indiana is probably
Iowa
cold.
is really fucking cold. And they were like ragging on me like, dude, you're going to freeze your ass off. I'm like, this is a pretty thick coat, guys. I'll be fine. And literally I stepped out of the car and I was like, this was a mistake. Like, it was bad up there. But we drove up there. We had a blast. We stayed up there a couple nights maybe. We had bottle shares.
Correct. We met a lot of friends up there. So a lot of people, surprisingly, it's not that far from Chicago. It's like 3 hours at top. I don't know for sure, but 2 to 3 hours.
And we got to go to New Glarus, which is
which is fantastic.
No, I wouldn't pay $100 for this bottle.
Welcome to the show, Jacob.
Yeah. I would not.
Yeah. Would you pay 190 to 100? That was a question.
I would pay like up to $15 for a pour at the brewery.
Okay.
Splitting a bottle, if we split it 4 ways, I would pay $25.
Go in on it.
Yeah.
So
I paid
$100,
$25 for 3 ounces.
Okay. Yeah.
But I wouldn't splurge for the whole bottle.
Correct.
Yeah.
I get that.
Because it's so sweet and coy. Like it really wraps that maple syrup around your tongue.
And this particular bottle is something that I think it's gotten bigger than the actual beer is. It's the cachet of the name saying you've had KBBS.
Culture, man.
It is, and
sure.
Like you said, it's gone down in value. Mm-hmm. But how high? What was it at its peak?
It was over 1,000, I believe. Yeah. I think when one of our friends bought one and sold it, I want to say he got 900 to 1,000.
I hate saying that we're contributing to the secondary market, but at the time,
I don't think that's contributing. That's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, but at the time he was getting married, and we were like, "Dude, this will pay for this will go towards your wedding, your honeymoon." He was like, "That's a good point." He actually really wanted to drink it, but But it's one of those things. Everybody just wants to say that they've had it, even if it's not good. Like Don Q, a Cancion.
I will say, I never thought I would try this beer.
Yeah.
And
Same.
There's
never
one
had
whale
attention
on my list that I know that I'll never have. I'll never get to try it.
I've got that one here. Which one?
You're just saying that because Jason's sitting right here.
It's a King Henry. I've always wanted to try it.
Oh, that's way. I don't have that. That's way past this.
I will. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jason's over here on his memo pad. He's writing down King Henry.
This wasn't in my on my radar, but I will have to say, like, I'm happy I tried it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't pay secondary for it. No. Wouldn't pay retail for it. But it's damn good.
Glowing recommendation.
Do we have any details on the type of coffee, the type of barrels?
You would think you would, right? So,
are they
it's whiskey barrels? No, they're not transparent. So it's whiskey barrels. I mean, one can assume. I wouldn't think it's Jack Daniels. I mean, usually with Jack Daniel barrels, it cuts through that shit.
Do we know
I feel like you could
production?
taste Jack.
We got some guys, the Peanut Gallery over there. If you all find if you find that out, you hit me up. Yeah. Our producers in the background.
I just turned my head and they're both got their heads buried in their phones.
Google that shit.
So, bottle number 1793. How many bottles are we looking at per batch?
I would say on average.
What's the release like?
So this exact vintage, this is 2022. There's 575 check-ins. I think most people that get this bottle, it's a trophy, right?
Yeah, they sit on the shelf.
It's a trophy, and they're thinking it's going to go up. Yeah. It's going to go up in value. So, spoiler: if you're looking at secondary, beer does not go up. Beer comes down in value. You will 1 in a million will go up.
Beer has a shelf life.
It does. Bourbon could go up. Bourbon also does not get bad. So if you have it and want to keep it, great. It ain't going bad. Beer will. So quickly.
Store it in a cool, dry place away from sunlight if you're aging bourbon.
Good tip.
Is that seriously a 400 milliliter bottle? Or
no,
just fucking with us? Okay. You just throwing me off.
Yeah, we couldn't tell you it's 12-ounce format.
Yeah, it kind of threw it off
a really good stout, breakfast, and delicious.
I was going to say brunch.
You knew instantly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you already knew instantly. So
yeah, I think you knew quickly. But
it's almost like you saw through his blindfold.
Well, so this is the second official time you've had it. We'll say it's the first you got a good
I would say this is the first time I actually got to really taste it. So what do you think?
$90, $100, would you pay it?
I think this is a great seasonal release beer, like that you could probably get from like Perennial or something. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the fucking hype has gotten out of control is the problem, and it's demonized the beer. So now it's
the hype's lower now than it ever was.
It's still $300. It's still way too much for any bottle, in my opinion.
Is it worth it, Matt?
No, it's not fucking worth it. And it's still a good beer. That's the problem. Like, I'd pay for that little 12-ounce bottle, I'd pay, $25, $30. Honestly, I would.
So I've got two answers. Saturday night, inebriated Jason said it's worth it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? And I'm glad you did because
me too.
I mean we got to drink one.
I have actually said this multiple times in person and on this show, I believe. You'd be a fool to open this bottle.
Yeah.
Well, I was a fool today.
Yeah.
But they ain't worth the shit.
But you know what? That's what we do on the show.
And here's what I say about that. It's not, when I say it's not worth the shit, it's a very well made beer.
Yeah.
In 2013, when this was introduced, this was it. This was the pinnacle.
Exactly.
Just look how much we've came from 2013 to now. I have had, I'm going to say local beers, and I mean within a 4-state radius.
Right.
I'm not saying anything bad about Lexington, Kentucky. I'm going to give a little buffer. In a 4-state radius, might be here, might not. I have had as good a beer as this.
In 2013, you said this was the pinnacle.
It was.
No one was making beer like this in 2013.
Correct.
You're right.
People have progressed so much. The internet, and people spreading information as far as their techniques, trial and error.
That's exactly right.
Everyone's come 100%. A long way. Yeah. And, for modern breweries to be making beer like this consistently, we're spoiled.
We are 100% spoiled.
That all those other half beers that we have.
Other half makes some very good.
I was gonna say
their pastry stouts.
Their pastry stouts alone, are world class and crazy.
They really
but other breweries are making beer as good as this, and for this to be so pricey.
Got a little tip from the back. It was Modern Times, Jacob. There's a little bit left. Somebody
Modern Times. Thank you.
So Modern Times is a really good example of that. The first time I had them, I was blown away. That's probably 2016-ish, 2017-ish. Right. And then I got a membership probably in 2018, 2019. And then from there, it was just, it's too expensive. I mean,
compare like the KBBS now to something that goes high now, like a BBT or something from Side Project. We were just at Side Project a couple weeks ago, and we got to try pours the OWK and the MJK. Fuck that shit. I mean, I hate to throw anybody under the bus, but it blows. The Side Project shit blows this KBBS out of the water.
I know we always fanboy out for Side Project, but
dude, we dick ride Side Project pretty hard around here. I mean, you guys.
I don't think. I mean, I hate to be that way, but I don't think there's anything better.
It's fucking good. It's
really
fucking good.
Now, here's what else we'll say about the Side Project. Me and Matt's there, meeting some guys there. Met Matt's proxy for Perennial and my proxy for Side Project, and then Corey King's there, the guy that owns the place, the head brewer, comes out. Guys, hey, good to see you. Don't know us from anybody.
He's super nice. He hung out with us for like 20 minutes.
I heard he's a humble guy.
And he was going to dinner with his wife. No, he just hung out for a few. You can go with the car, honey. He wasn't being mean, but he was talking to us, and then we're talking about beers. We asked him what to order. He's like, here's what I like. He's like, wait a minute. Goes in the back.
Connects it with the consumer.
Gets a damn beer for us that's not on the menu.
Yeah.
Brings it out. It's a $3.75 of a Saison. Fermier.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm going to be honest, I'm like, man, I don't really want anything to make like pucker. Because sometimes, those get a little too tart, like some of those wild ales.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Super well balanced. Nice. Very palatable.
So nice. Such a nice guy. But thanks, Corey, for the hospitality and Side Project, bartenders. I mean, it was a great experience.
I messaged him back. I was like, because he's such a chill dude. I was like, can I send you like a beer? Like, be nice. And he never responded. But I'm sure he's really busy.
I bet a lot of people offer to send him things.
I'm just gonna send him a beer and fuck it if it gets thrown away or whatever.
That's he might really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's like
we can send him
guy.
Well, he loves like the the saisons and lighter style.
But he told us like Continuous he thought was fantastic this year.
Yeah,
I think Blend 3 they're on or something. We will maybe do that in the next episode. We'll see.
But I'm a big fan of keeping together their table beers and their saison stuff.
So one more thing I want to talk about with the Toppling Goliath out of Decorah, Iowa. So I've had Assassin, I've had KBBS, and I had my personal I wanted to try. So SR71, the Blackbird, right?
Yes.
So they changed the name. It was now Shadow Raptor, which is his code name.
Okay.
And I'm at a share in Ohio with my beer group, and Drew, shout out Drew from Ohio, breaks one out. Holy shit.
Did you break out an SR71 or a Shadow Raptor?
The brand new edition.
So it's the new bottle.
I didn't understand they changed the name until I saw that bottle. I didn't know what it was. Yeah. I just poured it and drank it. I'm like, can I get another pour of that? Like, it's really good. He's like, yeah, for sure. I get another pour and I'm starting looking around the table. Everybody's like, oh man, this is great to have. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
SR71. So barrel aged stout on vanilla, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now for $100, I would pay that all day.
Now is that still a 750 or
22 bomber?
Okay, yeah,
22 ounce.
22. Yep. I'm sorry.
So again, back to this one. This was not worth it.
I have had SR71 and a regular pour, but it was a Dark Lord day, and
so you don't remember?
So I don't remember that one.
Was
either.
It Backlash as well?
No, it was like poured like straight in my mouth.
baby bird.
Yeah, if anybody's been Dark Lord Day at Three Floyds back when they had it, it was a fucking shit show, but it was a great time.
It was a literal shit show.
People shitting themselves, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think all three of us would say, please God, don't buy this secondary. If you get the chance retail, hey, I mean, it's worth the try. But I think this beer's been passed by. I think we'd all agree. It's a very well-made beer, but it's been passed by.
Yeah, I agree.